What up, y'all? It's the Robot Watcher, grab binoculars, and I'm back with another video. Excuse my voice. I was at the game yesterday, and I was letting them Falcons fans have it. So if my voice go out within the video, I'm trying to cut the camera, get my voice back. I got some water here. I had some hot tea twice. Ain't working. But you already know what we're here to do. You should know by now by the title. I told you so, baby. Let's get into it. On this first play, it's no need to even draw things up. Quarterbacking is hard, but it can also be simple. As long as you know the coverage, you know what your answer is, pitch and catch. Now, that's the thing about quarterbacks. As they start to get into the league, they get used to the speed of the game. Then they start to see different coverages. And as they age gracefully, they play better and better. It's been the case with Kirk Cousins, except for now, because, physical limited ability after the injury. Case with Tom Brady. Case with plenty of other guys. As they age, they play better because they've seen every coverage. And we're starting to see that with Bryce. The game is slowing down. He's starting to know what the Falcons like to do. He's played them. This is his fourth time playing them. So let's look. He already knows after this motion, this is cover one. AJ Terrell is on my best receiver. My best ain't that great versus your best. Pretty good, but it don't matter. Cover one, go ahead, throw that goal ball up. Tell Adam Thielen, go get it. By the way, great identification, of course, by Bryce Young. And great for Dave Canales to put that motion into the play. Almost into every single play. So Bryce can identify that coverage and know what his answer is. But also, just great throw. Immediately throws him open. It's been a lot of yap about his deep ball capability, his deep ball accuracy and things like that. Ever since the past 2-3 weeks since that's been brought up, he's been on the money throwing it down deep downfield. Simple as that. So to be able to beat the safety by throwing the ball early enough with the anticipation, also beat the corner by throwing it away from him towards the sideline where only your receiver can go make a play and get it. Your best versus our best. Immediately, this was the first play, or the second play, I should say. Immediately, I knew what type of game this was in the stadium. Immediately, I got to yapping even more than I was when I walked in. So, let's get into the next play. Now, before he left the game with an injury, I wanted to put this on here because it's pretty good play design. We got to give Canales his credit in this game, in this video too, for his play design and his play calls. But I want to put this play in here because great play design, one, to have that motion and give Bryce two options to throw the screen on both sides. If you look, even if you threw it to Adam Thielen, he has a 3-on-4 with a safety 20-15 yards off. So there's plenty of room for Adam Thielen to win and run for a first down. But to come back to him and throw it to Xavier Leggett underneath, he's able to drop AJ Terrell and make a play. This is what you want to see from your first round rookie. Before the injury that knocked him out of this game, I think he got knocked out because of the injury. I was at the game, so I don't know. Before the injury knocked him out of the game, he was low-key hooping. He was low-key putting some things on tape that you like to see. So, good play design from Canales. Just had to shout him out on this one. Now, this next play, this is what you want to see from your quarterback and head coach that makes you say, man, we might have a offensive guru and franchise quarterback, head coach, and quarterback combination for the future. This is the stuff that gets you excited. So first off, head coach wise, great play design from Dave Canales to have this. It's a high-low read concept, but it's also a mesh concept at the same time. So interesting to see this run. We're gonna have almost a quads, or it is a quads look from to the left side of the scrimmage. And you're gonna have your tight end on the other end, basically almost in like a wing set. So Bryce Young is in an empty set by himself. You're going to have Adam Thielen motion out. Then he's going to run a dig. You're going to have Xavier Leggett. He's going to run basically like a drag, almost an in route across at maybe 5-8 yards of depth. Then you're going to have a big post from Jalen Coker at the point across the middle of the safety's face to move him. Then you're going to have a kind of block and release, chip and release from the running back, and you're going to have a drag underneath that Xavier Leggett route to create that mesh concept, but it's also high-low. As we run the play, this is when you start giving Bryce Young his credit, because you'll see, as we let it go, Adam Thielen motions over. You feel me? Ball snaps. It was taking his time, but as you see, immediate pressure off the stunt. Bryce moves, quick movement just to get out of the way. One of the best. I said it when he was coming out of the draft. He has some of the best pocket movement in the league on day one. It was hard to see because it was hard to see from the result of the plays. You could see him moving and maneuvering the pocket well in that first half of the season, but it was hard to see later on. and once his confidence was struck because how bad the interior was. But you're seeing it now that he's playing with confidence and he knows his answers. He's consistently beating the pressure with his sudden movement, slight movement, stepping up, scrambling if he needs to. So that's what you want to shout out Bryce here. This is what makes this play special. To be able to move with that quick, swift movement, reset his feet, both cleats into the ground, throw a ball accurate, a little bit high, but accurate to Xavier League to get you to the 3-yard line, 2-yard line. That's what you want to see. Now, when it comes to this play design, as you see Adam Thielen motions out, that tells Bryce, hey, it's zone. So you're going to want to hit one of these high-low concepts. You see that Coker takes the safety. Nobody is covering Adam Thielen. If Bryce wanted to, if he had more time, he could have reset and hit Adam Thielen for a touchdown. But Xavier League was also open because he has a linebacker guarding him. The post also takes that corner away because it is cover 3, which opens up that underneath route for Xavier League. If he gets the ball down, it's probably also a touchdown because Xavier League just runs through that corner's face. If he resets his feet and throws it to Adam Thielen, it's probably a touchdown because there's nobody in the middle of the field. That's how you know that this is a great play design. When you have multiple guys open for touchdowns, that's what you want to see. But special play for your quarterback, special play for your coach on the play design. The future looks good. So let's get into the next play. Once again, talking about the superpowers of Bryce Young and having some of the best pocket presses in the NFL. When you see this play, you're going to think, hey, he's scrambling and he's seen a guy get open. No, he never was running with this ball. Regardless of what you think, he was not running with this ball, and we'll talk about it whenever I run the play. But we're going to have another empty set. You're going to have a slant from Jatavian Sanders on the outside. You're going to have a slot fade or a slot go from Xavier League. You're going to have a big out route from, I want to say this Tommy Trimble. 84, I cannot remember who that is. It might be, what's the dude that used to play? Felipe Franks. It is Felipe Franks on the dig. And then you're going to have a drag route underneath from Raheem Blackshear out of this empty set. As we run the play, this is what I mean when I say pocket presence. When Bryce steps up, he has both hands on the ball. He's damn near jogging. He's probably running 55% when he steps up in his pocket. And it makes the defense think, oh, he's running with the ball. So what does that do? It brings the linebackers forward to open up that passing window for the dig underneath. If you see before this play or before he throws the ball, the linebacker is dropping in depth. They're in cover 4. So the linebacker is dropping in depth because he has that middle of the field. Both of those hashes, he has that. He's dropping in depth to guard Felipe Franks. He actually bumps into Felipe Franks, but when Bryce steps up to run, he's already hurt him with his legs in this game, steps up to run, he comes forward, that opens up a window for him to throw it. Simple as that. Simple as that. It may not look like much, but that extendability and that creativity that was talked about so much coming out of college that some of y'all swear y'all don't see, it showed up plenty in this game, and it bailed Canales out whenever the defense had his play call covered. It bailed the offensive line out whenever they was able to give up pressure, quick pressure. Stunts was able to work on them. It kept the offense on track, simple as that. So, great play from Bryce Young. I'll let it run again so y'all can see it one more time. Just the ability to be able to step up and teams are threatened by your legs, threatened by the run. He had 2 defenders come forward out of zone to try to make a play on him, and that just opened up a receiver downfield. So, you know, people talked about, oh, he's not a good athlete. He's not going to be a rushing threat at the next level. I had a thread on Twitter where I said that's cap. I used a play against LSU where they got a free rusher coming through. Bryce Young literally just gave him a shoulder shimmy, step to the side, and made him fall, and he threw a touchdown on the goal line. I talked about how he's not as super fast. He's not super duper elusive, but those small, nimble steps that he has is enough to create an advantage against the defense. And it's showing up as we see here. But let's move on to the next play. Now, I would love to give Bryce Young all the credit on this play. He did good. I'm not taking away from him. He put a very accurate deep ball out there, once again killing those narratives. But this is all Canales, dog. He drew this up crazy. We're going to have a motion from Adam Thielen, who is kind of in the wing, or yeah, he's like as a wing offensive player right now, lined up almost in a tight end position. But you're going to have him motion over that draws the attention from the defense. He's going to flash back out, run a quick out route. You're going to have Jalen Coker out here he's at Z. He's going to run a big out route also, almost like a levels concept. Then you're going to have your X, Xavier League. He's going to run straight across the field. Big crossing route, deep crossing route. Then you're going to have your tight end underneath. He's just going to run a little drag route. But where the play call goes crazy. All of this motion in this, all three of your primary receivers, the biggest threats on the team, are running to what way? The right. They're in cover 3. You took away the outside corner on both sides because that corner is going to run with Xavier Leggett on this deep crosser. Took away the safety because the crosser is going to cross his face. What's left on the other side? Nothing but Miles Sanders on a play action wheel route. The play action makes the linebackers think that he's staying in the block. They immediately look towards the receivers to make a play. And as I run it, you see nobody on earth ran with Miles Sanders. That motion took everything. Well, let me say that. The defensive end ran with Miles Sanders, but once again, we're asking a defensive end who's in curl flat coverage to run with a running back. 30 yards, 40 yards downfield. Cap. It ain't working. So, great play call from Canales. They actually might have been in cover 4 because Xavier Leggett took 3 defenders with him, which is crazy. But yeah, similar to that. Really, really great play design. Really accurate pass from Bryce. The Canales, Idzik, Pete Carroll's son, I think it's Darren Carroll, I can't remember his first name. Whoever is in charge of drawing up these play designs, that's our head coach, OC, and our pass game coordinator. Whoever's drawing up these play designs, you have a future. Whether it's Canales or the other two, y'all got a future being an OC or a head coach somewhere if it's Idzik. These boys have been cooking in the second half of the season since Bryce came back. Cooking. Y'all know I was very, very critical of how it started, so I got to give them the credit when his credit is due. They have been cooking, and Canales have been cooking with this situational play calling, know when to call what, where, and being more aggressive. I love it. So let's get into the next play. Bryce Young's superpowers are on display. Anticipation. On this play, I'm not even going to draw it up. I think this was 3rd or 2nd down. Yeah, no, it was 3rd down, actually. 3rd and 9. You're going to have Adam Thielen running a big out route. I can't remember who's guarding him, actually. But he's going to be running a big out route from the slot. Bryce Young knows that there's going to be pressure from the right side. He's identified it. He's sliding left till he hits where he wants to see Adam Thielen. And he throws the ball. Easy first down. Looks like pitch and catch. Good job handling pressure until you pause it. And you look. When Bryce Young pats the ball to throw. When he pats the ball, he's loading up the throw. Look at where Adam Thielen, and I want to say that's David Moore, are versus the 2 defenders. You have a defender driving down. He could have drove on Adam Thielen or David Moore. You have a defender with his hands in Adam Thielen's chest, running with him stride for stride. And Bryce Young is letting the ball go. Anticipation. No, he does not have the arm strength to throw at 100 miles per hour. He doesn't have the velocity to throw up 50 yards on a line. But his anticipation gets him those plays, and plays like this where there's very small, tight windows to put it into. His anticipation makes up for all of that. Other quarterbacks, they're probably going to wait a step or 2 later, and they're going to use that rocket arm to fire it in there and get it right there on time. But Bryce throws it early, often, and he puts it in the right place every single time we need him to. He's been hooping. From anticipation, creativity, processing, which we talked about in that first play, but we got some more plays coming up. That dog has been doing his thing. The superpowers have shown up. He looks like a first-round pick. Let's get into the next play. You knew this was going to be on here. I don't even got much to say. Dog, the confidence is back. The confidence is back. The stuff you see him doing at Bama is back. My boy, first off, we running a mesh route. Whatever, whoop-de-whoop. We all know what mesh is versus cover 2. Cool. My dog just threw the ball and turned around and told the ref it was a touchdown. He told the ref it was a touchdown. Ball wasn't completed. Ball's still in there. And he telling the ref, yo, that's 6. You can go ahead and put your hands up, right? I told you, man. It's him. I told y'all. That guy is him. This is the moxie. The confidence you want to see from your first overall pick. The guy you traded the King's ransom for. He's showing it. The confidence is there. Shout out to Dave Canales for whatever he did. Shout out to Rod Wave. You good in my city no matter what. You only come second to the baby. I said that on Twitter. Wherever you want to eat, you eat free, my boy. You good here. You good here. Your money's not good here, though. But you good here. These boys fixed that boy's confidence, man. And he's doing some crazy things out there. Do you know how crazy I went when I seen this in the stadium? It's not even much. We all know what mesh is. I've talked about it plenty of times on this channel. It ain't nothing crazy to say. He's him. Simple as that. Let's move on. This is one of my favorite plays. I talked about it. As quarterbacks age, as quarterbacks see more defenses, they're going to age gracefully when they have a good processor, of course, because I've seen every defense that there is to see. I know the answers to said defense. Tom Brady said this all the time. So I'm just going to immediately get to my answer. What does Bryce Young see? We're in empty. So that's the thing about being an empty. You don't have to motion like when you're in a condensed split or you have 2 or only 3 wide receivers out. When you're in empty, the guys have to match up where they're going to match up. So you can't disguise the coverage as well as you can in a condensed formation. So in empty, what does Bryce see? Hey, this is going to be 2 things. This is going to be cover 4 or this is going to be cover 2. I'm leaning towards cover 2 because the linebacker has 9 yards of depth from the offensive line. And you have 2 single high safeties. Also, the corners are playing at a 5-yard depth, which means they're probably playing top down. They can shoot. They can shoot to the underneath routes if they need to, which is how you want to play cover 2 until they pass off the deeper routes to the safeties. What does that mean, though? You have a hole in between that safety and that curl flat that the corner is guarding. So what does Bryce Young do? He immediately gets to his answer as we let the play run. Far hash throw, 20 yards downfield on 1st and 15 or 2nd and 15, whatever it was, some crazy yardage, and he gets a first down. Beats Jesse Bates, by the way. Let me make that clear. Beats Jesse Bates to the spot with his anticipation. He knows where his answer is, and just so y'all see how crazy this is, let's run it from the end zone angle. Snaps the ball 1-2. Oh, I already know where I'm going. Immediately gets it out. Beats Jesse Bates by about 5 yards. And A.J. Terrell. If you're able to beat A.J. Terrell and Jesse Bates with a tight end like Jatavian Sanders running the route, you're able to beat that coverage, you just made a play. And this is a play. This shows all of that. The anticipation, the processing, the touch, the accuracy, all of the stuff that is supposed to be a superpower for him that was, touted coming out. All of that is in this one play. And it's only in year 1 of this system. Year 2, he's going to get more comfortable, more comfortable. You can add more wrinkles, more answers to coverage, more audibles for him to call at the line, more stuff to make the defense wrong even when they're right. More chemistry with your receivers. It could get nasty next year, but I'm going to chill because we're going to have a video doing all the overreactions later on. But it could get nasty next year. This is going to be Bryce Young's first time going into an offseason with an offense that he already knows. First time going into an offseason with continuity on the offensive line. Continuity with his receivers. Boy, stop playing. We about to be dangerous next year. But let's let it run one more time from the end zone angle. And then we can get into the next play. Freaking missile. A freaking missile. Let's get into the next play. I know y'all didn't think I was finna leave off these Cam Newton moments. Dog. Creativity. Play action. We running the crosser routes. Deep crossers. Stapling the Bills offense with Josh Allen. Nobody's open? Alright. Let me go ahead and get outside this pocket right quick. Let me make a move right quick. Get into the end zone. Had this, mind you, this is the end zone I was sitting in. I was sitting right behind this. So I ain't got nothing crazy analytical to say. Y'all see the boy doing what he do? He just creating. He just putting moves on guys and making plays. And that's what you want for your first overall pick. That's what I got from the scheme-wise. Other than that, I was sitting in this end zone. So I got this on camera on my phone. We was in their turn. We was in their turn. When I say we, me and the other 5 Panther fans in my section, we was in their turn. We was over there squabbling up. Hey, squabble up. Right along with them, all the other Falcons fans. Y'all should have heard how loud it was in that stadium. It's on my Twitter. The video's on my Twitter. I mean, they going crazy, waving the flags. That boy crossed the end zone. Everybody, oh. And then you hear just me, hey, Bryce, squabble up. Hey, squabble. Going crazy, man. But let's get into the next play. Now, I put this play on here because, hey, if we being honest, that game shouldn't have went to overtime. This game was over. Bryce won us this game. He had, 40 seconds? And I told everybody around me, y'all left him too much time. Three drops, because that David Moore pass, some may say it was out of bounds, whatever. Better receivers make catches like that. Just saying. But this is the most egregious one right here. And this is what I told y'all. Y'all been killing me about that Colston Loveland video. This is what I told y'all about. Ja'Tavion Sanders has been good on plays like this, but he just messed up on this one. He just couldn't get it done. What we have? Bryce. Oh, there's nowhere to go. Go ahead, make a man miss, break a tackle. You see Ja'Tavion Sanders curl upfield, throw it. I mean, and let's show the end zone angle so y'all can see how accurate this was and how he broke this tackle. Let me go ahead and get out of here on this stunt. Not even a stunt. He just beat Chandler Zavala. But get off of me. Throw it downfield. Oh my God. I know the corner can't see, so I'm gonna go ahead and put it inside where only JT Sanders can get it. And it fell right in JT Sanders' lap. This would have put us at the 48. We would have been in their territory. Dog. And we had 2 timeouts. We would have won the game. Well, then again, Eddie Pinero would have had to kick the ball. But with a good kicker, we would have won the game. This game was over. You cannot leave more than 10 seconds on the clock. Matter of fact, 10 seconds might be too much. How much time was on the clock in that Packers game? I don't remember how much. I think it was like 14. If you got more than 10 seconds on that clock, don't let us have no timeouts either. It might be wraps. Because Bryce is him. That veins that he got is icing him. He D-Lo for real before he got to the Lakers and was wilding. But let's get into the next play, man. But let me play the Colston Loveland play so y'all can see what it would have looked like. You feel me? What it should have looked like if we had a much better weapon that we were throwing to. Even though I love JT Sanders, don't want to diss him. But, you know, this is just my case for, hey, maybe we should keep getting Bryce weapons. It's just my case. Just you know, I'll rest it after this. But let's get into the next play. Man, you know I had to include this up here too, man. My boy Bryce, play action. Smart for him to say, hey, I have, I don't even know if that's Calais Campbell, a 300-pound defensive tackle versus Miles Sanders right here. I ain't even gonna waste no time. I'm gonna see my first read not open, taking off, breaking 3 tackles and getting into the end zone, and we gonna talk our ish while we get in there. So great play by Bryce Young. Great play to identify what's going on and get up out of there and go make a play. He's creating first pick ish. You feel me? So let's move on. Now this play is nuts. This play is nuts. Just simple as that. You have cover 2. Bryce identified this cover 2. I feel like somebody ran the wrong route. I feel like it was Xavier Leggett. He probably ran the wrong route. I think this is supposed to be a corner because 2 posts versus cover 2 running into each other doesn't make sense. But you're going to have an out route. Then you're going to have a post from the slot from Adam Thielen. Then you're going to have a little sit down route right in the middle of the field to Tommy Trimble, which would have been open, by the way. Then you're going to have I think it's supposed to be a corner for XL to take that second safety away versus cover 2. But for some reason, he ran a post instead of a corner. So whatever. And then you're going to have an out route from Miles Sanders. But dog, look at where he put this ball, man. Look at where Bryce Young put this ball. Immediately snap. When I seen this, I said, oh, Tommy Trimble wide open for the first down. He said, no, I want pay dirt. I want pay dirt. Immediately rifled it in there. Great velocity on the line. Right over the linebackers in between the safeties to Adam Thielen. Let's throw it from the end zone angle. And it hit, once again, Adam Thielen in the lap. He just dropped it. But that's 6. It hit him in his lap. It hit him in his lap, and it just bounced out his hands. That's 6. That would have been a nuts play. That's a nuts play. That's a nutty throw. What do you mean he has a noodle? That's a nutty throw. That is crazy placement, accuracy, velocity on the ball. This dude is nuts. First pick. Move on, bro. I ain't got nothing else to say. He's nuts. Once again, let's talk about the placement and velocity. Bryce Young, we're throwing against cover 3. You have a small window in between the corner and that hook curl defender from the linebacker. What does he do? 1-2. As long as I see Jalen Coker got inside leverage, I'm letting it go. Throws a missile right in between, right before the linebacker was able to make a play on it, or before he was able to get Jalen Coker hurt. Man, we got us one, boys. It's really that simple. We got us one. And that Jalen Coker and Bryce connection is looking very, very nasty and could be very special next year. Very special. But let's move on to the next play. Last play, which should have been Bryce Young's 6th touchdown, hey man, you draft the guy number 1 overall, and you want him to create. Plenty of time. Nobody's open though. Make a move in the pocket, make this D lineman miss, extend a little bit, and then let's go ahead and get out and just flip it. Flip it to Coker right quick. Coker caught it. If he was strong enough to just run through that linebacker, put his shoulder down and run through that linebacker, that's 6 touchdowns for Bryce. 4 passing, 2 rushing. 6 touchdowns on the day. This wins us the game in overtime. Boy, Twitter would have been ablaze. Panthers Twitter would have been going crazy. But regardless, we was able to pick up the dub after this because we got to the 1-yard line, handed off to Miles Sanders, let him do what he do. But gang, this is what you want to see in a guy that you took first overall, that you traded everything for. I told y'all this is what we had. Y'all did not listen. This back half of the season proved everything I said last year in this offseason, in the first 2 weeks of the season. Y'all crucified me. Still I rise. Simple as that. But that's all I got for y'all in this video. If you like it, do me a favor, like, comment, subscribe. Let me know what you think of Bryce. What is his ceiling? I've always said that his ceiling was a Joe Burrow-esque player. Joe Burrow mixed with Deshaun Watson because his mobility is closer to Deshaun Watson's, as we've seen in this game. Even Deshaun Watson's mobility now on the Cleveland was pretty good. Basically a run first quarterback now. But Texans Deshaun Watson is mainly what I was talking about. But that Joe Burrow-esque to read the defense, know what the coverage that you're getting, immediately get to your answers, not have the biggest armor in the world, but rely on placement, accuracy, and anticipation. Even though I think Bryce's anticipation is a little bit better than Joe Burrow's, or maybe a lot of bit better. Not a lot, but a good margin better. Mix that with Deshaun Watson's athleticism, not his body type. He's much bigger, much sturdier of a player, but that same nimble athleticism, elusiveness to make guys miss, to extend plays and throw it downfield while extending plays. Playmaking ability of Deshaun Watson also I think is really good. Really great pocket presence. Dog, I think he could be a top 5 quarterback. Simple as that. Simple as that. Simple as that. Joe Burrow with Deshaun Watson's mobility is nuts. I think he could be the best quarterback in the NFC. I know Caleb Williams there. I know Jaden Daniels there. Whoop-de-doop-de-doo. I think this could be the best quarterback in the NFC, and he going to show y'all soon. But that's all I got to say. Like, comment, subscribe, turn on post notifications so y'all see every single video I drop. Getting back to the evals. Get ready for that Patreon. It's dropping soon. I'm out.